Hello my fellow crafters and welcome back to David's Craft Room. My name is David and welcome to my craft room. Today I'm gonna make a part 2 of the shapes tutorial I did last week. Let me explain. Last week I filmed this tutorial, then I went to edit it, and in between filming, editing and posting is a couple of days. Then the day after I finished the complete video, Cricut did an update with adding new shapes. Now that's not an issue because all the techniques I spoke about last week still apply, but the exciting part is that we have got a lot of new shapes. Let me show you. I'm coming over to the left to shapes, click on there, and here you see all the shapes. Now you have free shapes, that's all these. This is really expanded. Then you've got the shapes that are included in your subscription. And that is all these shapes. And that's a lot. And it's really a lot. And there are even more shapes that you can search for. And I think that's a fantastic added value to the subscription. Now today I want to show you how you can take one of the shapes, and in this case I'm using a shape from the subscription panel. And that's this one, the gift tag shape. I'm debating whether to take this one or this one, but I think I'm going to take the classic gift tag shape. Now I'm going to add that to my canvas because I'm going to make a gift tag. And what I want to show you is that it's quite simple to make a beautiful gift tag to put on a gift, but you can use them for anything. You can hang them on a tree, you can use them for decoration around your house, anything at all. And I'm going to use the Cricut Joy for that. So we're going to cut it out. We're going to use some paper, of course, to make the tag, but I'm going to be using the smart paper. And it's going to be a 2-layer tag. So let's get started. We've got the tag on our screen here, and size-wise, I think that's fine. So let's zoom in a bit, so it's a bit bigger. It doesn't have to be a big tag. Oh, there we go. It was a bit of a hiccup. It doesn't have to be a big tag. I think I'm going to make it slightly bigger, but not much. I think it's really nice. Like this, okay. Next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make an offset of this tag. And I'm going to say offset. So we're going to come up here to offset. And then I want the square corners still. So I'm going to, you see the dot is selected over here with a rounded corner, but I want the square corner in this case. So I'm going to select that one. And you can immediately see in your example that the blue line has changed from the rounded corners to the square corners. Next, I'm going to make the offset slightly smaller. 0.5 I want it to be, 0.5. Yeah, I think that's quite nice. So it's 0.5 centimeter we have around the edge. And I'm going to hit apply. Now I'm going to change the color of this because I know my matte layer will be a green one. And the top layer will be a black, sort of dark grayish version. There we go. Okay, so the base is already done. So next I want to cut the hole out. And I'm going to go to the basic shapes again and select a circle. This one. Click on it. Make it a lot smaller. Make it wide so I can actually see what I do. There we go. Then I'm going to select the basic cut. I'm going to go to my layer panel on the right hand, and the basic cut in circle is now selected. Then with my command, press down, or if you're on a Windows machine with Control, press down. I will select the gift tag shape. And with these two selected, I will come down to the left bottom and select slice. What this will do, if I take my dark one now, you can see there's a hole there. Next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to select my green layer. This is named here the gift tag shape offset. And with my command pressed in, or Control on the Windows, I'm going to select the white dot again. You can see it comes down again, you can slice. So let's hit slice. There we go. Now we have our 2 layers with. I will bring the green one to the back again. And you can see we have a perfect hole in the middle of our 2 tags. Now these can go. These are our cutouts, and the circle, we don't need them anymore. Next, what I want to do is I want to go to images and find some images that I want to have written on there. So I'm going to click on images. But before I select my images, I want to do some filters on the side. So as you can see on the left side of your screen, you have all sorts of filters. I'm going to go to operation type, click on that, and I will select draw only because I want to draw my images on there. So I'm going to select draw only. I want single layers. And then I will come to the search bar and type in Christmas. And this will bring up a lot of Christmas images that we can draw on our tag. Now I like this Merry Christmas, so I will select that. And then we can select anything we want. Now, what's important? I have a subscription to Cricut, a monthly subscription. I think it's worth it. It's my own choice. If you can't afford it or don't want that, I respect that. And there are some free images as well. You can click here for the free images. That way you will not be disappointed. You are sure that the images you select are the free ones. In my case, I didn't do that. So I've selected this Merry Christmas. And I want something else on there, but what? Let me see. Oh, I like this one, but that doesn't really fit the tag. Or does it? I will play around with that. There are a lot of baubles there. I like this one as well. Okay, I think I've got what I want, so I will say add to canvas by clicking at the right bottom of the screen. Now you can see here I've got the 3 images selected that I wanted, so I'm going to click add to canvas. And these images will be now uploaded onto my canvas. Next, I'm coming up to my operation panel and I'm going to click on that question mark because I need to tell the Cricut which pen I'm using. So I'm going to click on that and then come to this little arrow here, click on that again, and I know I'm going to use a glitter gel pen from 0.8 millimeters, and that's the silver one. And what's really nice is that with an update, a couple of updates ago, Cricut changed the way this was shown on your screen, so it actually shows you the color it's gonna write in. That's pretty cool. Okay, I've got an idea. Let's put Merry Christmas to the top. And I'm gonna turn this around like this. Come over to my card. Make it smaller. Change the color because I want that silver. There we go. Oh, that's actually very nice. So I'm gonna play around with that a bit. Make sure that it's positioned how I want it. And this is how you can play around with designs, whether it's your own designs, whether it's designs from Cricut. You can change them around to suit your needs. Okay, I really like how this is looking. One last thing I want to do, I slightly want to make the Merry Christmas a bit more elongated. Now you got to be careful doing it because you will distort the way the design is made, the font a bit. But I've unlocked it and I make it slightly wider. And if you don't do it too much, you can really get away with it. I'm gonna lock that again so I can't mess it up. And then I've got my design ready and I really like how this is looking. So This one I will use another day. Here we have our gift tag fairly ready to go. There's one thing we need to do, and that is to attach everything together that we want to be together. Because now if we would hit make it, you would see this would be on a separate mat. This black layer would be on a separate mat and the green layer would be on a separate mat. Now the green layer should be on a separate mat, but the black layer should be written on where I have positioned it. Now how do we do that? By attaching this together. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come up to my layers panel on the right, select my black base layer and select my 2 pen layers. I'm going to come down and hit attach. Now this is attached together, and if we go to make it, you will see that it is on one mat. Okay, I've changed my mind a little bit. I want to make my tag a bit bigger. So I've, with my left mouse thingy, click down. I'm going to select all of the layers and I'm going to make that slightly bigger. There we go. Next, with my machine selected, it's the Cricut Joy. I'm going to click Make It. It's connected to my Joy now, and we will cut all materials on the mat. I know I mentioned I'm going to use smart paper, but I'm not actually. It's not the smart paper I'm using. So I'm going to click on the mat. And I know I'm going to be using the big mat for this one. And I'm going to click Continue. Now, before I click Continue, what I want to do is slightly take this from the side and down a bit. I just find it gives me a better cut if it's not that close to the side. So I'm going to click Continue. And it's now connecting to my Joy via Bluetooth. Next, I'm going to browse all materials and look for the material that I'm going to be using. Now what I'm going to be using is paper, and I'm going to click on the Lux paper adhesive backed. This is a Cricut brand paper. It's very nice, it's very convenient. You can peel it off, it's like a sticker. Yeah, very nice paper. So I'm going to click on that. That's what I'm going to use for the first layer. It's now telling me to load my silver 0.8 pen in the clamp. So let's head over to the Cricut Joy and load it up. So here we are at my Cricut Joy. I've got my papers ready on the mats. I'm going to take out my little knife, put it on the side, don't lose it. Going to take off the cap of my gel pen, put it on the back so you don't lose it. Let it fall in. That's the beauty with the Cricut Joy. You just let it fall in, close the clamp, and load the paper. The mat is now perfectly aligned and we're ready to press go on our computer. And here we have it, perfectly cut out. So we're going to go to the computer and say that it can unload. Okay, we are back at the computer and we have to select a different material. What I'm going to be using for this base layer is a cardstock, and I'm going to select medium cardstock, 216 grams with more pressure. Then we're going to load the mat and then press go again, the same we did before. So I'm going to take my green cardstock that's on the mat, put it in there. The Joy has made sure it's really straight, and I'm going to hit go. And here we have it, perfectly cut out as well. So I'm going to close the Joy up, put that to the side. I'm going to turn the mat over and I'm going to take the mat from the paper, not the other way around. And this way you will prevent the paper from curling and it will stay nice and flat. This one is done. I'm going to do the same with this one. Turn it over and take this paper from the mat. And then we can assemble our card, our little tag. So I'm going to take out my green piece that has cut out beautifully, just a little, there we go. It's cut out beautifully, but this paper, I don't know if you can see it, it has kind of a linen structure, and that's why it sometimes sticks a little bit, but it has cut out, you just have to help it out a bit. Next I'm going to take this paper with a sticky backing, and you peel it off like you would peel off a sticker. It's really convenient, no fussing with glue. Just going to take my craft pick and boop, take out that little circle from there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to align the circle, because when I align the circle, the tag is completely aligned. I'm going to put that on there, have a look whether it's straight. Yes. And here we have a beautiful, beautiful little gift tag. Now I've got some nice green butcher twine that I will put through the hole. I will put it through the front and then pull it through. That gives me a nice little thingy there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another nut there. There we go. Cut off the excess. And here we have our fun little tag. Beautifully shiny. I don't know if you can see it, but it's really glittery and sparkly. It's really convenient on this black paper. I think it really pops off there. And this is just a very nice way to make some unique Christmas decoration or Christmas gift tags. And you can even make this a bit smaller and write the name in the middle of the person you're giving it to. This video was just the purpose of showing you the technique. Play around with the colors, have fun with it. And you can even distress this with some ink to give it more of a grungy look. That's more my style actually. So how you do that is if you have some inks and you have a paint dauber, let me show you. Here I have some ink and a dauber, and I just go around the edge a bit. And what you will see is this will give it a bit more of a grungy, distressed look, which is something that I really like. And what I do a lot with my cards that I make or the journaling that I do, fairly everything has this distressed, grungy look to it. Now, this doesn't have to cost you a lot, but I just think if you do it like this, it gives you just that little bit of extra oomph to the thing you make. And it's making it just a bit more, yeah. But that's a personal thing. But when you do it like this, and this is just an ink pad that had cost me €4, I think. So it doesn't have to cost you a fortune. But it really gives the edge a nice, darker, grungy feel to it. So this completes today's tutorial. I hope you liked it. If you do, please consider to subscribe to my channel. And then I will see you for the next one. Have a good day, evening, morning, whenever you watch this. And I'll see you for the next one. Thank you. Bye.